Morning all. It's the 6th of January 2025. It's about, I don't know, midday UK time. And this is my look at what's coming up in the near future with a view into mid-January as well. So a week from today, it is the once every year full moon in Cancer. This will take place at 24 degrees 0 of Capricorn and Cancer. And this is going to be with the sun trining Uranus and the moon sextiling Uranus. So this is seen as actually a very good full moon. It should be noted that January and February are months where it's kind of like a full storm. There's a lot of jockeying for position amongst the planets in the sky in preparation for times to come. But during January and February, we're going to see a lot of noise and a lot of words, but not a lot of substance and not a lot of action. This is more likely at the political level to affect situations in America. At the global level, it's going to affect, obviously, the situation in Russia, which is beginning to look a little tenuous as the Saturn-Neptune conjunction begins to creep up on us. But it's not really going to impact on the lives of individuals. The full moon itself is lovely. With the sun trine Uranus and the moon sextile Uranus, any of you who have planets at anywhere between 23 degrees 0 and 24.5 degrees of, well, the water or the earth signs, then actually this is a really good time for you to start something new, to initiate, to launch something that's innovative and different. Now, I know it's a full moon, and on full moons you bring things to an end. You don't start new things. That's a pretty good rule of thumb. But Uranus is a rule breaker. Uranus brings change. So with Uranus trining the sun and sextiling the moon at the moment of full moon, this is a time of novelty and innovation and originality and a way of bending the rules without breaking them, of peering round the corner, of digging underneath, going over, through, round, rather than dealing with problems like boom. It's a new way of dealing with things. So I suggest that for a lot of you, this is a time where you could try new ways of sorting things out. And you might be positively surprised by how well it transpires. Now, before that, there's lots of things going on. In this last hour, as I've recorded, Mars has now moved retrograde back into Cancer. Joy, says he, being a Cancerian. Mars is now at 29:59 of Cancer. And he's going to be going retrograde now for the next 8 weeks in Cancer. And he's going to be staying in the second half of Cancer now through to the later end of April. So all of you people born in the second half of Cancer, you're going to find that this is a month, not just a week, but a month and even a 4-month period where there's a lot of shifting of emphasis, where the way you use your physical energy, the way you manifest issues around anger, challenge and difficulty, and the way you physically act and react is going to become more and more important. As we speak, as I say, Mars has just retrograded back into Cancer. Mercury's getting ready to leave Sagittarius. It's clear it's retrograde shadow now, thank goodness. And it's going to move into Capricorn in about 48 hours from now, just under 48 hours from now. Before that, however, today, all for the rest of today, Mercury is squaring Neptune quite strongly. So today is a weird day. It's a day where you have to be fluid and flexible, change your plans and adapt to things. And this energy will be around tomorrow as well, Tuesday the 7th, because Mercury square Neptune talks of things suddenly, the ground slipping from underneath your feet, words suddenly changing. Now, I've cancelled a lot of my appointments for today, or rather my appointments have been cancelled, but I've immediately switched them into doing other things because I've got a long waiting list of things to do. So there's a lot of fluidity and flexibility today and tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, 6th and 7th. And with Mars retrograding back into Cancer, it's actually a good time to be getting things done in, around and on the home. By the time Mercury moves into Capricorn on Wednesday midday UK time, there's a different energy, and then things go quiet for a few days. The second half of this week is relatively tame until we get to the full moon on the 13th. Mars will trine Neptune the day before the full moon. So again, with the Sun and Moon trine and sextile Uranus, and Mars trine Neptune at the time of the full moon, this is quite an auspicious time. It's a time where there's going to be maybe a bit bonkers in the outside world, folks, but for anyone who's actually doing something and coming at things in a new way, in a way that's full of beans, full of energy, with Mars trine Neptune, in a fluid and flexible way, and with that full moon sextile and trine Uranus, trying new ways of getting round corners and trying new ways of doing things. This is a good full moon. How often do you hear me say this? Now, shortly after the full moon, things get a little bit more interesting. Immediately after the full moon, 2 or 3 days after it, the Sun will be opposite Mars. Mars will be at its closest to the Earth. This will be exact around the 16th. Now, you're going to get spectacular light shows. Already one up there. A couple of days ago, we all saw that crescent moon with Venus. Venus is getting brighter and brighter on the western horizon, rising high in the sky. An hour or so, 2 hours after sunset. It's the evening star, and it's really getting bright now. Easily the brightest thing in the sky. It outshines Jupiter. Jupiter is also visible now in the hours. The best viewing time is around 8 p.m. to midnight, and it's basically, if you're in the northern hemisphere, directly above. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you have to look quite a long way to the north, due north. But Jupiter's very visible. It's twice as bright as the brightest star. It's clear. Also, around 10 o'clock at night, you can clearly see Mars high in the sky to the southwest, to the southeast, And again, Mars is very visible at the moment. It's orange. And I know this is crazy, but I've been talking recently with a couple of people about the consciousness of the universe, whether there's an intelligent universe. It's called panpsychism. And it's a form of animism. Animism is where you've got rocks and trees and grass as having conscious life. Panpsychism is the intelligent universe, giving intelligence to the cosmos, the galaxies, the solar systems, the planets, definitely. So I know this is a bit silly in some people's eyes, but not in mine. I've been going out at night and isolating where the planets are, and I'm waving at them, going, hi, because why not? Nothing to lose. I can laugh at myself, and it just seems a good thing to do. And so, but not only have we got Venus, Mars, Jupiter out there, Saturn's out there as well. It's a bit fainter, but you can see it with the naked eye clearly if you know where you're looking. And as a guide, you're going to see Saturn quite clearly around the evening of the 18th, 19th, 20th of January, because it's going to be very close to Venus. Very close indeed. The conjunction of Venus and Saturn will be on the 19th of January, and on that day Mercury is going to be sextile Venus, and Mercury will be sextile Saturn as well. Now, you can't see Mercury at the moment because it's too close to the horizon at sunset, and we're not really going to see Mercury much this year. But the 19th is a very good day. It's a good day for managing your finances. It's a good day for self-discipline, good conversations, negotiations, contracts, dealing with people in a way that's effective and efficient. Now, as I said, and on the 19th, the Sun moves into Aquarius. So, yeah, it's going to be busy. January is a bit of a full storm. It's actually a very positive time, particularly this time of this next 10 days to 2 weeks. So get out there and make hay while the sun shines. You know, invest in your own futures. Put some energy into what you're doing and make things happen. And then build up, not only build them up, but consolidate and establish them where you can. Because, as you would have seen from my long-term videos for the year, by the time we're into March, especially the second half of March, things are going to start getting a little bit crazy. More on that soon. Hope this has been helpful. There'll be another one of these shortly. Take care, folks. Bye.